Assalamu alaikum, sisters and brothers. I'm Malik, and this is We Reflect the Light. Sisters and brothers, this is where we look at current events that are taking place in the world today through the lens of the unsealed scriptures of the Bible that gives us detailed information on what is taking place in the world today and what is going to take place in the near future from the unsealed scriptures of the Bible, or the Injil, the Gospel of Revelation. Sisters and brothers, we are at war. Sisters and brothers, the war in the Middle East, which is heaven, is going to escalate. Sisters and brothers, this escalation is what they're calling World War III. But from the unsealed scriptures, sisters and brothers, we are witnessing the apocalypse, the war of wars. Sisters and brothers, America, the U.S., and Israel, false Israel, attacked Iran. Iran has responded and this war has come a full-scale war between false Israel, America, Britain, the House of Saud, Saudi Arabia, and other Gulf states are at a full-scale war with Iran. Sisters and brothers, the outcome of this war will be America being thrown out of the Middle East. False Israel will be sieged and destroyed. Britain will be kicked out of the Middle East, as well as the dragon, Saudi Arabia, will be Britain will be thrown out of the Middle East, as well as Saudi Arabia will be thrown out as well. Sisters and brothers, Iran has put a blockade on the Strait of Hormuz. Now, that blockade, as it was shared, is going to cause the world economy to collapse. Now, sisters and brothers, looking on at what is taking place, you begin to see just who the dragon and the angels of the dragon really is. You get to see their nature. Sisters and brothers, the dragon and the angels of it will be at war or with Michael and his angels. Sisters and brothers, Michael is the god, Master Farad Muhammad, and his angels are Iran and Syria. Sisters and brothers, Iran at this time is at war with 3 nuclear-powered countries who are Satan, the synagogue of Satan, and the devil, the archaic, as well as the dragon, the house of Saud, Saudi Arabia, who fuels this reality. Sisters and brothers, let me do this. We're witnessing we have witnessed the abomination of desolation. Now, this abomination of desolation, scriptures state this abomination of desolation that no one else spoke on, no one else is speaking on, no one else gave any understanding from scripture standpoint, the name of what the world witnessed and is witnessing that has escalated into the war in heaven. Phase 2. Sisters and brothers, scriptures state, therefore, when you see the abomination of desolation which was spoken of through Daniel the prophet standing in the holy place, let the reader understand. Now, let the reader understand. What does this mean? This is a sign. This is what when you see this abomination of desolation, let the reader understand. Now, sisters and brothers, false Israel and America committed an abominable destruction on the Palestinian people together. False Israel and America suppressed Hamas's and the Palestinian people's uprising with abominable, cruel destruction. Now, the world onlooked on this abominable, cruel destruction, on this genocide that America and false Israel carried out for the past over the last 2 years. Over 2 years. Since October 7th, America and Britain began carrying out this abomination of desolation on the Palestinian people, killing women, children, the elderly, bombing churches, schools, hospitals, literally have bombed, destroyed Palestine or the West Bank. Sisters and brothers, the world onlooked at this destruction going on. And the scriptures also state, sisters and brothers, when you see the abomination that's causing desolation, that's causing destruction, standing where it does not belong, let the reader understand. All right? Sisters and brothers, false Israel do not belong in the Middle East. False Israel's false, and false Israel is this abomination that is standing where it does not belong, causing desolation, destruction all through the Middle East. Now, America, sisters and brothers, is backing false Israel in this genocide. And now America is backing, supplying, funding, and fighting alongside, again, with false Israel against Iran. Sisters and brothers, now the world watched on. Watch this genocide taking place. Watch false Israel not just killing babies and this holding up food and water and medical equipment that's needed to save lives, bombing UN workers, bombing paramedics, bombed the little girl in a car, blew it up, killing thousands of women and children. This is what the world has watched false Israel and America do for over 2 years. Now the world is watching America and false Israel, Britain, as well as Saudi Arabia, the House of Saud, make a move of aggression against Iran. And America and false Israel started this attack off with bombing a school that is labeled a school on your GPS. Just It's a known school. And as they shared, the information in a strike, the first strike in a military operation, that information has been researched, and the target that they have made the necessary reconnaissance to make sure that they know what these targets are, so that their objective will be met in the beginning with the first strike. Sisters and brothers, America and false Israel's first strike was on the supreme leader and his family. And a girls' school, two schools, killing over 178 schoolgirls. That's the girl and the teachers. That number never was given, or I didn't hear it. But killing schoolgirls. And the world watched on. And Iran is targeting and was targeting military assets. America and false Israel are bombing schools, universities, hospitals, rallies. When they started this war off claiming that they were going in to protect the Iranian civilians from the Iranian government. Sisters and brothers, the world has watched America cross every red line, break every law, war that is set for war, UN charters. America has broken, America and false Israel has broken law after law and is committed of act of aggression towards Iran. And America and false Israel does not care, and the world is watching, paying great attention, that America and false Israel does not care about anyone else. Anyone does not. So, sisters and brothers, as we shared, as it is shared by the messenger of the covenant, when false Israel is sieged and destroyed, the world will recognize that false Israel is false. False Israel is not the true seed of Abraham. They've stolen our identity. They've stolen God's chosen people's identity, and that is going to be known when false Israel is destroyed. Sisters and brothers, America will be thrown out the Middle East any day coming now. Be in the next week, 2 weeks, 3, America will be thrown out of the Middle East. Sisters and brothers, America's allies are turning on America. And as the messenger of the covenant, as the unsealed scriptures shared, America is going to be thrown into let me say it like this to keep it. America will immediately go to war with Europe. America is causing the collapse of Europe as we speak by attacking Iran, and Iran shutting down the Strait of Hormuz is causing an economic collapse on many nations of the world. And if America and false Israel keep this attack going, the rest of there's nations that are suffering from the lack of energy that it comes from the Middle East, that comes through the Strait of Hormuz. Now, sisters and brothers, we're going to listen to a clip. And as it's shared, that America will go to war with Europe, Russia, and Europe immediately after they're thrown out of the Middle East. That war is a European war that will take place, and that war is titled the War of Armageddon. That is a European war. Now, sisters and brothers, this is the fuel. This is what is shaping up. This is what the unsealed scripture has let us know. This is what the messenger of the covenant, the breaker of the seven seals, Master Suleiman, has spoken on, giving us far in advance, giving us detailed information. This detailed information from the unsealed scriptures, sisters and brothers. All America's friends, all her lovers are going to leave her alone. The scripture also shares that, let's keep it like that, and we'll go through that on just so, sisters and brothers. America, Trump is sharing that, what's taking place in the Strait of Hormuz ain't going to affect America. But it really is. Everything that he says is a lie. But what is standing out to their allies of the West, of Europe, is that what America doing is directly affecting them, causing their people to suffer, and is going to suffer greatly. Their nations will be without energy. Their economy will collapse. They will be they say within weeks Europe, parts of Europe will be without gas, natural gas, liquid gas for car. What they need for their energy source could collapse if this war continues to take place. Sisters and brothers, energy is what the unsealed scripture shares with us that is going to cause Europe to join Russia in the war of Armageddon against America. Russia is going to turn on their pipeline and supply Europe with energy, gas, to restart to keep their economic system moving or going. And by doing this gesture, Russia is going to demand that Europe joins them in war against America. Now, let us look at this clip, sisters and brothers, and then we'll bring this to an end. We'll bring this to a close. All right. Okay.
The Trump administration, drunk on its own rhetoric of American invincibility, launched what it thought would be a swift, decisive war against Iran, a war designed to reshape the Middle East in the image of Tel Aviv and Washington. But instead of the usual parade of immediate allies falling in line, something entirely unexpected has happened. U.S. President Donald Trump has again pressured Europe to talk more policy strategy moves on European leaders against all fear. This is no reverse war.
All right, sisters and brothers. This crisis, this economic crisis that is being caused by America, false Israel attacking Iran, and sisters and brothers, what we're witnessing is going to backfire on false Israel, is going to backfire on America. America will find itself all by herself. False Israel will be sieged and destroyed. No, it cannot do anything for America. And America has went out its way to defend false Israel because they have to defend this religious eschatology that they're pushing on the world, that they're keeping us, the original black man and woman, from recognizing that they're the true seed of Abraham. Sisters and brothers, this is what is about to happen. This war, this is that we're witnessing, is the war in heaven. One of the wars of the apocalypse. Sisters and brothers, this war is going to immediately send us into the war of Armageddon. That's the European war. And Europe is going, they have Europe's economics. Europe has to do something for their people, for themselves, because America has energy coming from other places. And Europe gets their energy from the Middle East and was receiving their energy from Russia through the pipeline from Russia, which Biden or America blew up. They blew the pipeline. However, sisters and brothers, this is what it's going to call, and this is what you're seeing. Europe, as is just shared, the change, the switch. This is the switch when America's lovers, her allies, turn their backs on her. Now, Sisters and brothers, this is what's going to take place after false Israel is destroyed. After America attacks all blacks. Well, let me say that again. America will attack all blacks before false Israel is destroyed. False Israel will be destroyed, and there'll be a separation from the chaff and the wheat, the demons and the saints. And the demons, master's seed, master's black-faced children, excuse me, are going to they're going to take America. That's their, excuse me. That is their mission. And the original people, God, Abraham's seed, God's chosen people, are going to rise up as a mighty army overnight. Sisters and brothers, and we're going to have to go through this time of unprecedented trouble. However, we're going to get into that. I just wanted to go over this clip and show what's taking place from this clip of what the unsealed scriptures has given us detailed information about. So, sisters and brothers, we are still at the point America will be thrown out the Middle East, excuse me. False Israel will be seized and destroyed. Britain will be thrown out the Middle East. The house of Saudi Arabia, will be thrown out the Middle East. Iran will have full control of the oil and control of the Strait of Hormuz. And Europe will join Russia in the war of Armageddon against America immediately after America is thrown out of the Middle East. Now, sisters and brothers, this is what we're witnessing. This is the detailed information. Everything is coming together exactly as it has been shared with us from the unsealed scriptures, from the messenger of the covenant, the breaker of the seven seals, Master Suleiman, Daniel the prophet, Joshua, the Messiah. So, with that, sisters and brothers, I'm going to bring this to a close. Excuse me. Get some water. Excuse me, sisters and brothers. Got this cough. I don't know where it came from. However, this is what this clip is showing. And with that, I'm going to greet you in the greeting words of peace. Assalamu alaikum.